I recorded an entire get ready with me about the UFO call and then realized I wasn't recording. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me. So finish getting ready with me while I tell you about the time I took a UFO call. And yeah, had to give it out over the radio, because that lovely little policy. So there I was, right? Sitting in dispatch on an overnight shift, minding my own damn business. And the phone rings. It's the regular line. I'm like, woohoo, at least it's the regular line. So I answer it, and it's the next county over to the south of us. And we share a lake. And she's like, hey, Jennifer, I was just wondering, have you been getting calls about a weird object in the sky over the lake? No, Becky, I have not. Have you? Well, yeah, actually, our off-duty dispatcher called us, and she lives out there on the lake. I don't know if you were aware. No, I was not. But she says that, her whole house was vibrating, and it woke her up, and she went and looked out her front window, which overlooks the lake, and there was this thing, and it was all lit up over the lake, just sitting there. That sounds like a your county problem. That sounds like a your Why are you calling me right now? Do y'all need backup? I'll send you backup. Why are you calling me, Becky? Well, I just, I was going to call and at least kind of see what was going on over there, because now we've had 2 or 3 more calls. Of course you have, Becky. Of course you have. She's like, so, I thought y'all might want a heads up, and I shit you not. She gets that sentence out of her mouth. That made that worse. And the phone rings. Not the regular line. The 911 line rings. And she's like, oh, well, it sounds like you need to go. Yep, Becky, I do. So I hang up with Becky. And I answer the 911. And I'm like, our county 911, what is your emergency? And Billy Bob, that lives right there on the county line, is on the other end of the phone, and it goes something like this. Ma'am, I don't know if you've had any other reports of this, but I'm out here on this South Highway right here at the bridge, the county line bridge, and there is something out there hovering over our lake. Is it a plane or a helicopter, maybe, Billy Bob? No, I really don't think so, ma'am. I'm pretty sure it's a UFO. Of course you are, because I'm here alone in dispatch. And I cannot have them call me because of the policy, so I've got to figure out how to dispatch a deputy out to the county line for a UFO. Fucking awesome. So I'm like, okay, well, which direction is it headed? Is it moving? Is there any sound? Well, no, I don't hear anything. I'm like, Billy Bob, are you still driving? Are you still driving down the highway? Yes, ma'am, but I'm driving real slow. I've got the windows down, but I can feel a vibration. I'm like, the fucking car's moving. Stop the vehicle and get back to me. I'm like, okay, Billy Bob, I'm gonna take your name and your number and everything, and then I'm gonna get a deputy involved, okay? And I'm gonna send him out there to check it out and make sure everything's okay. Thank you. So I'm like sitting there in dispatch for a few minutes trying to gather myself, and I'm just thinking, screw that county for jinxing me. And so I'm like, okay, it's got to go out over the radio, but the people in Scannerland will flood me with calls if I put this out over the radio in the wrong way. So I'm like, how can I like incognito dispatch a UFO call and the people in Scannerland maybe miss it? You know, sometimes I would like have a real thick accent on the radio to try to, I don't know. I'm like, County 527, I need you en route to the Southern County line. You know, there at the bridge for the county line. I need you to check out some kind of unknown object in the sky. Could you just check it out? Thank you. And then I just kind of listen, like, for his, is he going to click me? Like, or what he comes back. This is an old timer. Love him to death. He was a retired trooper that decided to be a deputy after the fact. He comes back and he says, County, did you just say an unknown object in the sky? I did say that. I'm like, yeah, that's what I said. 10-4, 527. That's the information that I have via a 911 call. As in, I have to dispatch it. 10-4 County. So, you know, he heads that direction. I'm sitting there in dispatch, and the phone rings. And this time it's Miss Lydia. She's not generally a crazy person, so it's a little weird. But she lives out on the south end of the county. I'm familiar with her. She's like, Miss Jennifer, this is going to be a little weird. But there seems to be something hovering over the lake, and I'm just not real sure what it is. I'm like, just take me, Lord. Just take me, Lord. I'm ready. But the Lord was laughing. He was getting such a kick out of it that there was no way I was getting out of that dispatch room. So, yeah. I do what any responsible dispatcher would do. And County 527, just for your information, I have now received a second call on said object. Just FYI. I'm getting that it has some, blue, green, and red lights on it. And that we have some really scared citizens. And I get 10-4 County. Okay. Phone's not ringing. It's the Q word that you can't say out loud if you're in law enforcement. I'm just sitting there. The phone rings. I said a little prayer. I'm not going to lie. A little short prayer right before I answered that call. I should have known, though, that the Lord was in his, the Lord wasn't having it. I answer the phone. It's a little teeny bopper girl. And she sounds like her whole life has just changed. She says to me, Ma'am, I don't know if you know this or not, but there is something out here on this south end of the county. She didn't say south end. On this other end of the county. I'm down here and I'm seeing something over this lake. There is something over this lake. There's lights and it's just sitting there. Fucking great. That is 3 calls. Not counting the other county who is fielding calls, okay? Because every so often I can listen in, to their side, and they're getting the same calls. I'm like, this is really happening. It's gonna be this town. This is the town that they're gonna look for intelligent life in. We're in trouble. We're in trouble. Part 2.